Miss Sally Devinaki.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, first of all, maybe I would like to introduce myself again. Maybe some of you forgot my name because we rarely interact, yeah. My name is Asti. You can call me Miss Asti. Today, I am the Master of Ceremony. Welcome to online class accounting season, yeah, session. Okay, maybe before Miss Sally start the material, I would like to introduce our speaker by read her curriculum vitae. I will share screen. Can you hear my share screen?
Yes, we can see it, Miss.
Okay, thank you for the confirmation. Wait a minute. My laptop is... Okay, Miss Sally Devinaki, yeah. She's now the head of learning center in PT Mid Solusi Nusantara. She graduated from Tarumanagara University. She got her bachelor degree and master degree in accounting with excellent, yeah, with almost a perfect GPA. And also she had a certified accurate professional. As we can see, she had a lot of achievement in here, and she had a lot of professional skills too in accounting, of course, like taxation, auditing, financial information system, and also the soft skill, yeah, like leadership, presentation, lecturing, and critical analysis. As we can see, she's now in a very young age. She already head of a department in a company. So, um, dear participant, let's welcome our speaker, Miss Sally. Miss Sally, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Miss Asti. Good morning and good evening, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity to Mr. Iman and to Mrs. Rati. Okay, hello, everyone. Hello, class. I will begin our class today. Okay, nice to meet you all. First, thank you to Mr. Asti too for introducing myself. As what Miss Asti mentioned before, I am now the head of Learning Center at Makari. Previously, I was working as an auditor in the biggest four external auditor firm in Indonesia. Also as a tax consultant, accounting consultant, lecturer, and software trainer. Okay, before I go on, I will share my screen. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes, Miss.
Okay,
Yes, clearly,
thank you.
Miss.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, I have passed my bachelor and master degree in accounting major at Tarumanagara University in Indonesia. Actually, most of my experiences are based on accounting skills, except for the job I'm doing now. Okay, it requires me to learn various subjects such as HR, CRM, payroll system, tax in specific, and leadership, management, and also strategic skills. Okay, it was a short introduction about me. So I am here representing my company, Makari, my division, Makari University, and one of our products, Journal. Okay, I hope you will enjoy the session today for an hour ahead. Today, I will give a lecture about cloud-based accounting software. This is an essential skill. Yeah, maybe that someday all of you can apply the insight you are having today for your agricultural business or professional career, or even can be easily applied to manage your own financial management. Yeah. Okay. Before we go on, I really wish to know each of you more. But of course, due to the time limit, maybe I will just go through three of you. maybe. So I want you to introduce your name, where are you coming from, including your country and your university. Also, what are your expectations after completing this class? Okay, just three of you. Is there anyone who wants to volunteer, please? Just a brief introduction. Anyone? Okay, if no one wants to volunteer, maybe I will just pick three of you. Okay, is it okay?
Yes, Miss Sally, maybe you can pick
Okay.
the participant.
Natalin Emmanuel, ya. Is Natalin here?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah, thank you, Natalin. Can you introduce a bit about yourself?
Hello, my name is Natalie Emanuela. You can call me Alin. I'm from Indonesia, from IPB, SV-IPB University.
Okay. What are your expectations after completing this class? Hello, Natalin.
I hope after take this class, I have a new knowledge about accounting and how to manage my own financial. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Natalin, for your
You're welcome,
sharing.
Miss.
Okay, the second one is
we have Putri Saleha who raised her hand.
okay, Putri Saleha. Okay, could you please?
Okay, thank you so much for the time, Miss. Firstly, I will introduce myself. My name is Putri Saleha. I came from IPB University, Vocational School of IPB University, and fortunately, I'm majoring in accounting. So I hope after joining this class, I can improving my skill, especially in accounting part or accounting section that you will present it today, and uh, another benefit.
Okay, thanks a lot, Putri.
Yeah, thanks to Miss Sally.
Thank you. I hope you will get what you want today. I will share a specific part of accounting, especially in the point of view of agricultural businesses. Okay. The last one, Ronef Nika. Ronef Nika, are you here?
Good morning, ma'am. I am Ronette Nika Bibelong from Philippines. My school, Mariano Marcos State University. I hope this subject accounting will help me to learn more about financial. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ronette. Okay. I'm sorry if my voice is unclear. Please, someone tell me to repeat, yeah. Or if I have an unstable connection, please anyone remind me because I don't know when I speak alone today, yeah. Okay, I will go through our material. Thank you for your introduction. Now at least I have recognized three of you. I really appreciate your active participation in this class. Now, let me explain to you about the structure of what we will learn today. Before it, I will play a video for you as a short introduction about Makari. Okay.
Apa jadinya jika setiap bisnis memiliki modal yang sama, kesempatan yang sama, bangun visi?
Oh, wait, sorry. Oh, the subtitle is closed.
Yang diimpikan sejak awal. Mereka memiliki keinginan yang sama-sama tekun mengerjakan apa yang ada di hadapannya untuk menjadi yang terdepan.
I'm sorry, Miss Sally. We cannot hear the audio. Maybe you miss the checkbox when you share screen. You have to check the checkbox.
Oh, sorry. Wait.
Share computer audio. You have to stop share screen and reshare it again.
Oh, okay.
When you click the share screen button, the window will appear. There's a share sound on the left bottom. Can you find it?
Unfortunately, no.
A small checkbox on the bottom left on the window share screen. When you click share screen, there's a window pop up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you for your reminder. Thank you. Okay.
So everyone can hear the audio. Thank you.
Thank you.
Memang bukan perkara mudah. Apa jadinya jika setiap bisnis memiliki modal yang sama, kesempatan yang sama untuk membangun visi yang diimpikan sejak awal? Mereka memiliki keinginan yang sama besarnya. Sama-sama tekun mengerjakan apa yang ada di hadapannya untuk menjadi yang terdepan. Kami mengerti, menjadi yang terdepan di era teknologi yang terus berkembang memang bukan perkara mudah. Bisnis akan selalu dihadapkan pada persaingan dan perubahan yang semakin cepat. Di Makari, kami yakin setiap bisnis memiliki kesempatan dan peluang yang sama untuk menjadi yang terbaik di bidangnya. Mereka yang mampu beradaptasi dengan teknologi akan memiliki peluang lebih besar untuk bertumbuh. Hanya saja, keterbatasan solusi dan kemampuan beradaptasi dengan teknologi menjadi hal yang tidak dapat dipungkiri. Karena itu kami hadir sebagai solusi berbasis teknologi yang memudahkan pengelolaan sumber daya terpenting dari setiap bisnis, manusia, dan finansial. Sehingga bisnis kecil dan menengah di Indonesia dapat bertumbuh dan melangkah lebih jauh. Satu hal yang kami percaya, setiap bisnis yang bertumbuh akan memberikan ruang bagi individu di dalamnya untuk berkembang dan mengasah potensinya. Individu yang tidak hanya berhenti dengan hasil yang baik, namun juga menghasilkan yang terbaik. Kami tahu Anda memiliki kapasitas untuk tujuan yang lebih besar. Untuk itu selebihnya, biar kami yang melakukan. Makari, the good things at work.
Okay. Okay, so just now was the introduction video of Makari. So Makari is known as a leading startup company in Indonesia. You can also call it as SaaS company, a technology-based company, and etc. Okay, Makari is a business platform to support productive and integrated operations in company. So Makari gives various solutions to the company system so they can operate more efficiently and integratedly. Our vision is to empower businesses and professionals to progress effortlessly. To achieve that vision, we are providing various software products to help businesses and professionals accomplish their goals in effective and efficient ways. Okay, so this is the simple structure to get you more clear about the structure today. So Makari has some products here. Talenta, the automated payroll and HRIS software. Journal, the integrated online accounting software. Klik Pajak, the online tax management software. Makari Chat, the secure business collaboration application. And Makari Flex, the employee benefit management tools. Okay, and we have the new one. I have not published here yet. The new one is Contact. Contact is the advanced CRM. CRM is customer relation management and omni-channel software. So we have a one-stop solution for all the needs of a company. But today we will just focusing on one product, which is Journal. Okay, by using Journal, businesses and professionals can focus on the core business and long-term strategy rather than the meaningless routines that consume a lot of time. So businesses and professionals can progress effortlessly and just give the rest to Journal. In other words, we can say that let Journal do the dirty work while the business can focus on their strategy. Okay, and here is Makari University here. So Makari University is the only division in Makari that focuses on educational area. So here I am giving a lecture to you class as an effort to achieve our vision to become the best learning media in creating the excellent professional generations. Okay, therefore we provide students like you with professional knowledge and insight to bridge you to the world of career and business. We hope that all of our students will have a new employable skill through our training session and also become more confident and enthusiastic and also familiar with not only the concept but also the practical insight of managing an accounting process using technology. Okay, we hope through the insight we share to the young generations, we can bridge the gap between students and professionals. So every fresh graduate can easily adapt in the real world that requires lots of practical skill. And also, as we know, nowadays, the world is dominated with digital and technology-based processing today. So technology is become, maybe I can say that it has been the primary needs of our company and businesses and professionals nowadays. Okay. That's our background, why I am here, what is Makari, Makari University, and Journal. Next, our subject today is online accounting software for agricultural business. So I will expand my explanation not only on the aspect of accounting or finance, but also in the terms of agricultural businesses. Actually, I don't have much experience on handling agricultural accounting, but I hope I can present you at least some related activities and financial transactions to help you relate to your educational background better. Okay, I believe most of you are majoring in agricultural. Yeah. So this is our agenda. First, we will start with some insight related to the basic concept of accounting. We will not going deeper to this concept because actually it will be eliminated by itself when we use accounting software rather than the manual based. Okay. Second, we will escalate the advantages of using cloud-based accounting software and compare it to conventional accounting software as well. Third, we will begin to learn specifically about agricultural accounting, starting from the terms and classification of agricultural activities, of course, from the point of view of accounting. Fourth, we will analyze some financial transactions that relate to agricultural accounting. Fifth, I will show you some simulation of creating accounting records on journal and the really relevant reports that you may have to know. And finally, we will have a post-test in the end of our session today to help you identify how far you have understood the material today. Okay. Now we will begin with the accounting. Yeah, the basic concept of accounting. Okay, first, the first and most important questions, why accounting is needed? These questions will answer both the importance of accounting and the reason why all of you are here looking at the screen and having this lecture right now. So this question is important because only when you know how important something is, then you will attempt to reach it, right? Okay. Does anybody want to share your thoughts about why accounting is needed? Maybe anyone? Okay, I will just go through, yeah. Okay, so I'd like to explain it using this sentence. Okay, so accounting plays a vital role in running a business because it helps you track income and expenditures. Income means like your profit and loss, yeah, and then the expenditures also ensure statutory compliance, for example, tax, yeah, and provide investors, management, and government with quantitative financial information, which can be used in making business decisions. So the key is making business decisions. With accounting, you can make a better business decisions. Okay, this is short actually, yeah, but you cannot make a correct decision if you don't understand accounting. Of course, decision in the terms of financial, yeah. What kind of decision is that? Of course, it's not only just small matters. Conversely, accounting is needed for much bigger things. Some example of decisions that you can make on behalf of accounting are, how much should I sell this product? Or which products are profitable and have to be retained and which products have to be dropped? Should I invest on this company or should I give credit to the company, or how much tax I should pay to the government, which expense should be eliminated, or is my company experiencing profit or loss? Is this company financially healthy, and etc. When it comes to a business view, these matters are incredibly important. That's why you need to understand accounting, because you need to have because you have to make a lot of business decision that is very crucial. Okay, that's why on the sentence here it stated that accounting plays a vital role. Yeah, vital role. Okay. Is anyone want to share or ask anything about this? Yeah? No? Okay, I will continue. So I like this quote because I think this quote may underlie all of the process of accounting. Good decision making depends on good information. Okay, accounting aims to produce and communicate good information so that all the stakeholders can make good decisions from it. Good information is the key to a successful business. I hope all of you got the essential meaning of accounting here, because without good information, we cannot make a good decision. Okay, a good information can only be provided using accounting. Of course, the information here is related to a financial point of view. Yeah, that's why we need accounting, because we have to make decision all the time, especially for our business. Next, what is accounting? Personally, I like to explain accounting this way. Okay, so accounting is a process of identifying, recording, and communicating financial information to the stakeholders so they can make proper decisions. See, everything about accounting is talk about information and decision making. Okay, we start, yeah. What do we identify? So we identify whether a transaction is a financial transaction or non-financial transaction. Okay, the financial transaction involves monetary or economic value exchange of the company's financial position. For example, in the simple words, when we sell products, our inventory will be reduced, and on the other hand, our cash will increase. On this transaction, there was an economic value exchange, yeah, because cash is increased but inventory is reduced. It's called the economic value exchange. But when you're just signing a contract without have to do any more actions or exchange, and it doesn't impact the financial position of the company, then it's not a financial transaction. So it doesn't have to be recorded in the bookkeeping. Yeah, that's the difference between financial and non-financial transaction. Okay, after you identify which is the financial transaction, then you have to classify whether the transaction are the type of sales, purchase, expense, or any other types of financial transaction. Okay, that's all for identifying transaction. Next, the second step is recording. Every financial transaction has to be recorded as journal entries. So the terms journal comes from this process, journal entries. After you record it to journal entries, then it has to be posted to ledger and has to be compiled to be the financial statements at the end. Okay, after you record and the output is the financial statements, then the third step is to communicate the financial condition through the financial statement of the business to the stakeholders. So the financial condition is best described by the financial statements. You know, the profit or loss statements, balance sheet and cash flow statements, etc. It's the example of financial statements. Okay, financial statements will be used for both internal and external stakeholders to be the base for their decision making. Yeah, that's a simple explanation of what accounting is. Okay, so you first identify the transaction. If it's financial transaction, so it has to be classified what kind of transaction is that. And then after you know what kind of transaction is that, you have to record it to journal entries, post it to ledger, and compile it to financial statements. Then, through that financial statements, you can communicate to all the stakeholders, whether internal or the external stakeholders, so they can make a good decisions. Okay, it's a short explanation for basic concept of accounting. Next, next is the accounting equation. So accounting has an absolute equation. Yeah, the equation is assets equals to liability plus equity. Okay, I will give you explanation from the basic. Although maybe some of you are coming from the accounting major, I hope this can be applied to those also who not coming from the accounting major. Okay, so asset is what we have. Okay, on this point of view, we have to take the view of a business. What a business have? Maybe it has building vehicle, of course, they have cash or they have inventory and etc. So asset is what we have. On the left side is what we have, and on the right side is the source of what we have. Okay, please don't say that the source of what we have is coming from God. It's of course like that, right? But in the terms of accounting, we have to identify, we have to define what is the source of everything we have. Like for example, we have cash. Where does it come from? We have building. Where does it come from? Is it come from our own equity? Yeah, our own money, our own belongings. So it means equity, or it's come from other parties. It means that we have to borrow to another parties to have what we have right now, which is called asset. So when it comes from ourselves, it means equity. When it comes from other parties, it's called liabilities. This is a simple explanation of accounting equation. So you have to know this: asset equals to liability plus equity. Further, when you doing the business, you will have the more components, which is expense and revenue. So revenue is the income and expense is the outcomes, the outflow, yeah, inflow and outflow. So revenue minus the expense is your income, and the income will increase your equity because equity is belongs to you, something like that. So this is describing the financial position of the company. Asset has always to be equals to liabilities and equity. Okay, if you have questions, you can directly interrupt my explanation, okay? I will go through. The next, I will tell you about the accounting cycle. There are 8 steps, not as simple as it seems. You have to begin with identifying the transactions, as I have explained in the previous part, how to identify. And then you have to record the journal entries with debits and credits based on accounting standards. And then you have to post the ledger based on a company's chart of account, then compile it to become a trial balance. Yeah, the first trial balance is of course the unadjusted trial balance. And then the next step, you have to make the adjusting entries in the end of the period, then post it again to the trial balance to become the adjusted trial balance. And finally, you have to generate the financial statements from the trial balance you have made here. From after you have generate the financial statements, then finally you can just close the books for the period and begin the next cycle for the following period. Okay, this is also the simple explanation of accounting cycle. Yeah, the most critical step in accounting is recording journal entries, because you have to understand the concept of accounting and accounting standards to make the correct entries. So when you go through this step, the second step to the other step, actually it's not too hard, yeah, because when you have understand the concept, you can do it. But on the second step here, you have to really understand about accounting standards, because when you don't understand about accounting standards, you cannot make the correct entries, and it will make everything, all the other cycle is broken when you make the wrong journal entries here. So making journal entries is the most critical step in accounting. Yeah. Okay. You see, maybe this would be quite complicated for those who have no background in accounting. Yeah. As you see, student in accounting will learn about this for 4 years, 3 or 4 years. Yeah. So this is not as simple as what I'm explaining today. Okay, but I will go through. Next, I will show you, I will share some insight with you about cloud-based accounting. Okay, what do you think? It's, sorry. Yeah. Okay. What do you think? What will happen with this cycle when we implement a cloud-based accounting system? Can anyone guess? Maybe which step can be eliminated when we implement the system to this accounting cycle? That's why I don't explain to you in detail for these 8 steps, because the steps will be eliminated when we use cloud-based accounting software. Anyone want to guess which step that can be eliminated? Yeah, Rayfidu.
I think with cloud-based accounting application, we can skip the second until the sixth step, maybe.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
application will show us the financial statements.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Rayfido, for your sharing. Nice answer. Okay. So we can make all of this automated. We just have to identify the transactions. Yeah. It's not completely wrong. Actually, what Refido said is true. Yeah, so we can skip the step of number 2 until 6. Yeah, but also the financial statements. So when you identify transaction and you input it to the forms in the software, you will directly get the financial statements. And then to close your books, you can also do it automatically through the software. So that's why I don't explain too much about this cycle, because from the eight steps, you just have to do one step using cloud-based accounting software. That's why cloud-based accounting software is really needed nowadays, okay, since everything is being digitalized right now. Okay, thank you, Refido, for your answer. Okay, so we can say that we just have to identify transaction. We can focus on the long-term strategy, and let the software do the dirty work right here. Yeah, step 2 until 8. So in conclusion, you don't have to be good at accounting actually to be able to provide a useful financial statements for stakeholders. You can run business swiftly while software works for you. That's also one of the slogans in journal. One of the slogans in journal, yeah, focus on your business and let the journal do the rest. Okay, all right. Next, here it is, the integrated online accounting software to grow your business without boundaries. Okay, number 1 online accounting software in Indonesia, Journal by Makari. Simplify bookkeeping process and business operations. Also manage your business with automation solutions and real time, anytime, anywhere. Okay, that's what a cloud software can do. Yeah, real time, anytime, anywhere, and automation. Okay. So Journal is a trusted accounting software of 20,000 and more businesses in Indonesia, from the micro, small, medium, and large-sized businesses from various industries, including the agricultural industries. Okay, anyway, I will give many examples of cloud-based accounting system by using Journal, because of course Journal is one of our products here. And the second reason is I personally find that Journal is the simplest way to explain how a cloud-based accounting software works. So I hope you don't get bored when I keep on mentioning Journal. Yeah, it's not for commercial purpose. Otherwise, it's only for educational purpose. So to get you to make you better understand about the cloud-based software. Okay, next. 5 reasons of why Journal become the number 1 online accounting software in Indonesia. The first, Journal is the pioneer of online accounting software in Indonesia. So Journal is the first and leading online accounting software in Indonesia. The second one, modern dashboard design and easy to operate. So Journal provides not only technical accounting features, but also it puts significant concern on the user interface design. So anybody, whether having an accounting educational background or not, can easily use the software. That's why I choose to make journal as the example, because it will be better understood, better understood for you, because it has a simple user interface design. Then the most complete and integrated features in one platform. Journal enabling businesses to do integrations with so many stakeholders and applications. Yeah, integrations is one of the keywords on this uh, lesson today. Yeah, integrations. I will explain it in detail later about these integrations. And then ISO 27001 standard security of journal software. So journal has complied with the information security standard, and this is the same standard that is used on banks and other financial institutions. So we can say that our security level is equal to the bank security systems. Okay, we have ensured that, because bigger power comes with bigger responsibilities. Yeah. So when we can do cloud, when we can do integration real time, and then integration automatically, then it comes with the same risk too. The risk is security. Yeah, information security is the main issue on cloud-based software. Any software of it, HRIS, accounting, and etc. Information security become the main issue. So we have the certification from ISO, to secure our standard of information security. Okay, the reason. Okay, the fifth reasons is the best after-sale service with the live chat feature. So Journal also provides a full support system for users, so they can operate the software without worry. Okay. Next. Yeah. This is the features. So Journal online accounting software provides a bunch of features to support bookkeeping process, financial and the operational of stores, small, medium enterprises, companies, and businesses to be much more efficient and automated. Okay, so you can enjoy the real-time access from computers and mobile gadgets. Yeah, I will walk through one by one of this feature. Okay, so business and financial reports, we can give you simple dashboard and more than 30 professional financial statement templates. Yeah, and accounting features, we can do bookkeeping and minimize human error risk. And then we can monitor and track every transaction by online reconcile bank statement automatically. We can make a faster payment and invoice creation. We can also monitor the real-time and accuracy management of products, inventories, and warehouse. We can do cost and budgeting, taxation features also, and you can access it from mobile app. Okay. Next. This is the advantages of online accounting software. Yeah. So the first, report processing time. Manual paperwork will take time and contribute higher human risk when you use conventional accounting software. With cloud-based accounting system, you can just analyze and input transactions to simple forms. Then the system will do the rest of the accounting cycle, from journal entries until the process of financial statement creation, just on the single click. So it's very fast and low human error risk. And then the second, with a cloud-based accounting system, you can generate any kind of financial reports in just few clicks, anytime, anywhere, as long as you have the internet connection. Okay, it's really convenient to monitor business and works because it's super mobile and fast. The third, with a cloud-based accounting system, your data is stored in the most systematic order and classifications. Also, your database is automatically integrated to one another, so it's really easy to track your transaction records and activities in the bookkeeping process. Fourth, with a cloud-based accounting system, you don't have to pay for the software installations, devices, and other infrastructures, maintenance fee, or additional human resources to operate the system. So you just have to pay for a very cheap subscription fee that is far cheaper than an admin staff salary. Okay. Next, with a cloud-based accounting system, especially journal, anyone can do bookkeeping, even for novice accountants. Yeah, it's very easy to use and everything is done automatically. So you don't have to worry about the inexperienced admin staff. And then manual work and formula input. So with a cloud-based accounting system, not only sophisticated automated calculation that can a system do, but also data analysis tools that allows you to summarize and conclude your financial data more accurately. Yeah, that's what's the advantages of cloud-based accounting system. Very fast, integrated, low cost, and easy to use even for novice accountants. Okay, next. This is integration, as I've mentioned before, that Journal can integrate with lots of stakeholders and other business applications. So here is the first. Your journal account can be linked to your bank account. So the bank reconciliation process can be performed automatically by extracting the bank statements data from your bank account. It was totally secured. That's why the bank have agreed to do this collaboration with us, because we have guaranteed our security system with the ISO standard. Second, Journal can be integrated to many POS system applications. Thus, businesses can use Journal as one-stop solutions to operate their business bookkeeping system. POS, or point of sales software, is like a cashier system. Okay, so usually people have this system, but they do not maintain their accounting records. By using Journal, businesses don't have to worry about the accounting system anymore. They can just integrate the POS that they're using with the cloud-based accounting system Journal. Okay, the third, Journal can be integrated with other Makari products. Therefore, you can maintain all operations of a business using one platform, which is Makari. For example, at the same time, you can manage the accounting process of your business with Journal, taxation reporting with Klik Pajak, HR payroll system with Talenta, and all of those applications can be integrated into one platform. The last, Journal can be integrated with many marketplace platforms. As we know, due to digitalizations in our era nowadays, many people and companies perform businesses in the marketplace platforms. Yeah, Journal has also provided a channel on this kind of business, so you don't have to make multiple entries on many platforms. Just using a single cloud-based software, you can do all the activities and generate all the reports in just one-time input without any additional reconciliation activities. Okay, this integration can only be done using a cloud-based system. When you're using conventional, or in other terms, desktop version or offline-based software, the system is impossible to enable these online integrations. So these integrations is also the most sophisticated features that can only be performed by a cloud-based system. Integration can only be done in internet connection. So when you use offline or desktop version, you cannot do the integrations. Okay. Next, it's all about Journal. Now we have to move on to this other focus on agricultural business. We will learn about accounting terms and classification for agricultural businesses. Okay. Sorry, maybe I have to ask to Miss Asti. how much is my duration? Actually, can I continue this lesson? Maybe I will have another 30 minutes.
Yes, yes, Miss Sally, you can continue
Okay.
until 12 p.m. maybe.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Next, I will take the example with cattle farm as an example of an agricultural business that we will analyze today. I hope I'm not mistaken taking the examples as I don't have much knowledge about farming as you do, maybe. Otherwise, I hope the illustration can help you understand better about agricultural accounting. Before we classify the components of agricultural business, I will explain the terms and assets, the terms of assets and activities used in accounting for agriculture. Okay, so we begin with assets. I hope you still remember the meaning of assets. Yeah, assets is what we have. So accounting and financial reporting practice recognize many category. Yeah, recognize many category of assets such as property, machines, equipments, buildings, and other assets. But in the terms of agriculture, assets are divided into two, which are biological assets and agricultural products. Yeah, so in agricultural point of view, there are two additional category of assets, which is biological asset and agricultural products. You have to identify which one is the biological asset and which is the agricultural product, because the accounting treatment for this kind of asset is totally different. Okay, so biological asset includes plants and animals, live plants and animals. The common examples of biological assets include animals such as goats, sheep, cows, buffaloes, calves, and fish. Chicken also, yeah, chicken. And then biological asset includes plants such as vegetables, crops, vineyards, fruits, orchards, trees, and etc. Okay, it's called biological asset. The harvested product of changes in the nature of biological assets is known as agricultural produce. Okay, the example of agricultural products include milk, mutton, beef, fruits, coffee beans, and etc. Okay, so that is the as a category in agricultural, biological asset, and agricultural products. The next part is the activities, which consists of harvesting and biological transformations. So harvesting is the release of products from biological assets or termination of the life process of biological assets. Yeah. For example, milk and meat from cows are both harvesting activities. Okay. No matter whether it requires the termination of the biological assets or not. For example, when you take the milk from the cow is still exists, but when you cut the cow into beef meat, yeah, it causes a termination on the biological asset. For both activity is called harvesting, either for milk or for the meat. Okay. And biological assets also keep on transforming. They grow, they generate producing and procreations. Yeah, so as a result, qualitative or quantitative changes occur in the nature of biological assets. It's called biological transformation. Such changes are known as biological transformation. For example, when a newborn cattle transforms into a productive cattle, then it can be called a growing or biological transformation activity of the cattle. Yeah, from small cattle to a productive cattle, or even from a productive cattle to a non-productive cattle at the end of the useful life of the cattle. Okay, so this is the classification. Usually, biological assets are of primary importance in the farm business. Farm businesses generate income from its biological assets. Therefore, these biological assets needs to be recognized in the balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet is the financial statement that contains of assets, liabilities, and equities. And the revenues from them also need to be recognized in the income statement. Okay, so we recognize two financial statements here. The balance sheet is the financial statement that consists of assets, liabilities, and equities, while income statement is the financial statement that consists of revenue and expense. You can take the net income or net profit, or might be the net loss of your business from the income statement or profit or loss statement, and you can see your financial position through the balance sheet statements. Okay. Next, I want to give you simple illustration of these classifications. Okay, yeah, as you see here, these are some components of a cattle farm. I will illustrate two types, which are dairy cattle and beef cattle. So what do you think of this picture? What are the activities involved in these illustrations? And can you define which one is biological asset and which one is the agricultural product? Okay, anyone wants to try to classify this picture? Quintina?
Yes, hello, Miss Ellie.
Hello. Yeah, please.
I would like to try to classify, in my opinion, the biological asset is the cow itself, and then the dairy and the meat are the agricultural product, and the activities are I'm sorry, the calf and the big cow is called the biological transformation, and the dairy is the biological agricultural product, and the activities is called harvesting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Quintina. Excellent. That's right. So the biological asset is the dairy cattle itself, the Holstein Friesian cattle. The agricultural products here, there are two agricultural products. One is the dairy and the other one is the dung. So what I learned a bit about the agricultural activities here, that actually sometimes the dung is also sold, yeah, as the for the plants, yeah, the dung. And then it's called harvesting activities. Other than that, the calf here, maybe we can say the baby calf here, is another biological assets, but the non-productive one. And these activities can be called biological transformation. Okay. Yeah, it's true. Thank you, Quintina. Next, this is a bit similar with the Holstein Friesian cattle example. Yeah, maybe anybody wants to classify these two, the Ongol cattle. Farah Nabila.
Okay, Miss, I wanna try. So this cattle is agricultural products and dung, and the cows is biological assets. Is that correct, Miss?
Okay, so the agricultural products are, sorry?
The agricultural products are meat and dung.
Yeah, right. And then the biological assets?
It's calf.
Calf and the big cattle, yeah? And the
Okay.
big cattle. Okay, what is the activities involved here?
Pardon?
What are the activities involved on this picture?
The activities.
For example, when we produce meat from the cattle, what kind of activities is that? Is it harvesting or biological transformation?
I think it's biological transformation because it can be meat and dung, I think.
Okay, we're back again to previous slide. Yeah. So this is the explanations. The release of products from the release of products from biological asset or termination of the life process of biological assets is called harvest. And then on the other side, the biological transformation is the process of growth, degeneration, production, and procreations. Okay, so it's not true for the answer. The process of releasing the meat and dung from this cattle is called harvesting activities. Okay, while the reproduction process of this cattle to be the baby calf is called biological transformations. Yeah. Okay. Is there anybody confused about these classifications? Because this will be used on our next practical simulation. You have to understand about this first before we can continue to the next part. Is there anyone want to ask any questions? Okay. Yeah, I will summarize again. Yeah, so there are two activities here. The first one is harvesting, the release of dairy and dung from the cattle, also the process of releasing meat and dung from the ongol cattle. And then cattle is the biological assets, also the baby calf, even when it's still non-productive. While the dairy and dung, also the meat, are the agricultural products. Okay. This is the simple case anyway. You'll find it harder to classify when we are talking about smaller animals or plants in a huge amounts. For example, fish. It will be very much more difficult than using the example of cattle. Okay, there are lots of arguments regarding these classifications on accounting field, in the field of accounting, because somehow agricultural businesses can be very complicated due to its variety and the operations complexity. Okay, before we go to the financial transactions on agricultural business, is there any questions? No? Yeah, Quintina.
Okay, hello, thank you, Miss Sally, for the opportunity. I want to ask about the accounting software. So my question is, how do we convince other people to use the accounting system, the accounting software for their business, especially maybe for elderly people or people who live in a small villages who don't know much about the technology, about the internet, the software, and so on. Because based on my experience, the accounting software is very useful, but on the first time I tried to use it, it was very complicated because there are a lot of features and a lot of things that we should add to the application, and
and my question is, how do we convince people to make them believe that this accounting system is gonna be very useful? And also, in my opinion, even though the financial report has been made automatically by the accounting accounting software, but I think people still need knowledge to understand what are they going to do about the financial report, what is the decision they are going to make, and yeah, I think that's all. Thank you very much, Michelle.
Okay, thank you so much. That's an incredible question. Thank you, Quintina. So I'll try to answer it. Of course, that's why accountant is needed. Yeah, to help those kind of people, especially the people which Quintina called elderly. It's really hard to adjust the point of view of an elderly to use technology to maintain their accounting system or bookkeeping process. Yeah, so software is I think nowadays is a primary needs of every business, but not every business want to use it. Yeah, in Indonesia there are already 20,000 users, 20,000 businesses that use journal, but it's not that easy to get that numbers. We have to convince them with a lot of reason. Yeah, the best way of to convince them is to give examples. So later I will show you the simulation of how to use journal. That's also our big vision. So when you see our products, Makari's products, you can see that it's different from the other products, especially from the desktop version one. Yeah, accounting for the desktop. The view, the appearance, the user interface of the desktop version software is much more different with journal. So we put a lot of investment on the user interface design. So later you can see how journal is really user friendly to be used. But again, it's really hard to deal with elderly. Yeah, when we talk about technology. That's why we have to convince the elderly that they have to use this software, while there also needs an admin, a professional admin or accountants to analyze or to translate the financial statement to be the information that can be consumed by the elderly. So of course, when you talk about the software to the elderly or somebody with no background in accounting that doesn't have any interest on that, you have to be the consultant. Yeah, that's why we also provide consultant for those kind of business. When they find that this software is really important, but they are not willing to implement that, we provide consultants to help them implement the system to the business and interpret the financial statements and other information that can be produced by the software, like that.
I see. Okay. Thank you very much, Miss Ellie, for the explanation.
Thank you, Quintina. Okay, before we go to the next part, I think we can take a little break. I hope on this brief break, you can see again, you can remind the previous slide, yeah, about the classifications, about the accounting cycle, and etc. Okay, maybe we take a short break for 5 minutes, okay? Is it okay? So you can refresh again before we go through the simulation and technical examples of the financial transaction in agricultural business. Okay, then we're back here on 5 minutes from now, yeah? Thank you, everyone.
Miss Sally, after the break, the participant will get post-test.
No, there are still some materials that have to be presented before the post-test.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, hello everyone. Okay, are you ready? We're back in. Okay, let's continue our material. So here, I will give you some example of common activities of the cattle farm. Wait a minute. Okay, can you hear my voice clearly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Miss Ken.
Okay, thank you. So, we will begin with purchase and then maintenance. Also, depreciation. I will explain to you about depreciation. Harvest, conversion, sales, expenditure, and reproductions. Okay, this is some only a few activities on the cattle farm. Actually, there will be much more than this. Yeah. Okay, we go through one by one. So, purchase. Purchase is the process of buying assets. Yeah, assets. I say assets because it differ with the other terms. Yeah, like when you purchase pen or books for stationery, it's not categorized as asset. Okay, the process of buying assets, whether in cash or credit. In this case, usually a purchase transaction in agricultural business is performed to acquire new biological assets or maybe other fixed assets such as machines, equipments, and etc. So purchase in agricultural business is almost never been used on purchase of agricultural products, because when you purchase the agricultural products, it means that it's no longer the agricultural products, because it means it's become your inventory, because the products is not come from the biological assets that you own. Okay. Okay, here I want to explain a bit about the difference between asset and expense. So asset is something that has value in the future, while expense is an expenditure that occurs to maintain operational or non-operational activities without any future value in the future. Yeah, not they don't have any further value in the future. Okay, it's the difference between asset and expense. So when we talk about purchase, it must be the purchase of assets. Either it's inventory, fixed assets, investment, or biological assets, and etc. But when you make expenditure, then it has to be recorded as expense, not as a purchase. Okay. Next, maintenance. So maintenance is actually one of the expense that have been mentioned before, but I take out this component because this expense is really significant for agricultural businesses, as it might be the biggest operational expense in the business, because you have to nurture your biological assets like feeding, fertilizing, and etc. So maintenance expense in agricultural businesses may be the most significant expense beyond the other. Okay. Next, depreciation. In accounting, there is what is known as the depreciation process. So depreciation of value is occurring on all the fixed assets and biological assets. Fixed assets is the assets that used in operational, yeah, such as building, vehicle, machines, equipment, and etc. For example, fixed depreciation of a fixed asset. So, for example, a machine will be depreciated during its useful life. This useful life age is determined usually based on the regulation in each country. Yeah, in Indonesia, the useful life is often been determined based on the tax regulations, because our regulations here in Indonesia, it's there are policy about the useful life of some type of assets. So they have categorized the type of assets and how much the useful life years for each assets. So this useful life age is determined using the country's regulations, yeah. And then the depreciation of the asset's value has to be done based on the accounting standards. So the useful life is based on the regulation, but the method of this depreciation has to be done based on the accounting standards. Okay, the accounting standards we use in Indonesia is already be complied to the IFRS, yeah, the International Accounting Standards. The easiest method of depreciation is the straight line method. Okay, we have several methods here, but I will just give you the simple one, the straight line method. So with the straight line method, you just have to divide the asset acquisition value to its useful life at the end of the month. For example, you acquire a machine for 100 million rupiahs, and then the useful life is 10 years, then you just have to divide it 100 million to 10 years for a year, and for a month you have to divide it with 12 months. As simple as that. Yeah, it's the depreciation of assets. And then harvesting activity. I think all of you has known what is harvesting activity. It's the release of products from biological assets or termination of the life process of biological assets. Yeah, as what have been explained before. So when this harvesting activities occur, we need to record it in our bookkeeping. We have to add the agricultural products in the asset side. Okay, and when it comes termination of the biological asset, we have also credit the biological asset account to erase the balance. Okay. Next, the conversion process. This process can also be called as the production process. It's the process of converting the raw material to finished goods. We will see the example later, yeah, about this conversion process. And then sales, yeah, sales is the process of selling products or inventory to customers either by cash or credit. But in agricultural business, sales is performed to sell agricultural products or processed agricultural products through a conversion process. Yeah. So in agricultural business, usually in the bookkeeping, you will have some additional account that differ from the other industries. Yeah, in the asset side, you will see new categories such as biological asset and agricultural products. And then for the transaction, you will have to purchase the biological asset and sell the agricultural products. While the process of changing the biological asset to agricultural products, it can be called as harvesting. Yeah, so you have biological assets. You purchase biological assets and then you convert it to, not convert it, you release the agricultural products from the biological assets and then you sell the agricultural products. So you buy the biological asset, but you sell the agricultural products like that. Okay, and then the expenditure. I put another expenditure transaction here to show you the other examples of expense that commonly occurs on any business. So maintenance here is also one of the expenditure, but I put another expenditure. Actually, depreciation is also called as the expense, but I put another example of expense here. So the expense could be the salary fee, utilities expense, rent, insurance, advertising, supplies, or even transportation expense, and etc. that can be occurred in any business, not specifically on agricultural business, okay? And then the last, I will give you the example of how to record the reproduction process, or it can be called as biological transformation record in accounting. Okay, now we will see each of these activities in the simulation one by one and how to record it in journal. Okay. Yeah, now we are entering the, I think this is the last section before the post-test, yeah, the cloud-based accounting simulation. So I will walk through one by one. Okay. Yeah. First, purchase. So this is the sample from Asia Corporation purchased 5 dairy cows for 275 million rupiahs from Superior Cow Corporation and put all the cows in the cow house. Okay. Now we have to record it in the journal. Okay. Actually, all of you can make account in journal and you can follow me with this simulation. Yeah, so you just have to go through journal.id. Journal.id here. Yeah, okay. Like this is the website of journal.id, and then you can click on here, coba gratis, yeah. But I will just log in because I already have the account. Okay. After sign in or after you sign up to the account, sorry. Yeah, you can choose, this is Makari's products. Yeah, so you can choose journal here. And then you can see, yeah, here is the dashboard of my company. When you don't have any company on journal, you just have to create the new company. I will show you here. Yeah, you just have to add the new company. Now you just define the name. Maybe I will give the name example corp. And then you can choose the category here, yeah, the industry. We have provided the agricultural industry here, so you can just pick that. Because when you pick this, the chart of account of your financial statement will automatically adjust to the most common financial statement on the agricultural industry. Okay, and then you can choose your language here, English or Indonesia, and then you choose your package. Our biggest package is Enterprise Plus, yeah. And then start using journal, okay? Because I have made the company, I will just open this from Asia Corp. I have set the chart of account to be the agricultural industry's common account. Yeah, you can see here. This is chart of account of my company. Maybe I will not go through more explanation about what is chart of account, how to set it up, and etc. because of the time limitation here. I will just focus on how to record the agricultural financial transaction to journal. Okay. As you see here, the chart of account has already consists of agricultural products, processed products, and then in the assets, fixed assets part, we have biological assets, productive and non-productive. Okay, this account is automatically added to your chart of account when you choose agriculture industry at the beginning when you make the new company at journal. Okay, I will just show you this, the chart of account. And then we record the purchase activity. To record the purchase activity, you just have to click here, purchase, and then you enter the transaction to this simple form. Yeah, as you can see, this is very user friendly. So you just have to input the vendor name, okay, Superior Cow Corporations, the date, assume that the transaction date is today, And then you can set up the transaction number, you can give tax, or if you have the vendor referral number, you can put it here. Or if you use warehouse, like maybe you have cow house, you have factory, you have warehouse 1, 2, 3, or you have branch, you can put it here. Okay, I won't give the example on warehouse here. I will just directly go to the product. Previously, I have set up the product, so I have already some products here, dairy cows, fresh milk, and etc. I have add products here, yeah. So I will just take the dairy cows. Let's see. Assume that we buy 5 dairy cows for 275 million. So I will just put here the quantity 5. The unit is pieces in default. Yeah, I have set it up before. And then we can choose to write the unit price or the total amount here. I will just write the total amount. Okay, 275 million. Yeah, it will automatically divide it to 5 like this. And then you can make a description or give memo or message. Yeah. For example, the description, maybe I can say that this is the cow with grade A, maybe, yeah. Okay, and then you can make memo like immediately store, immediately store the cow to cow house 1, for example. Okay, and you can also drop files here to attach any file that you want to attach on this transaction. Okay, and then you can make a message too, but I will explain about message later. It's rarely be used on purchase invoice, but it's often be used in the sales invoice. Okay, if you have any other facts like VAT in for purchase, you can just write it here. Yeah. Okay, great. Even a novice accountants or non-background in accountants can do this because it's just filling a simple form. But by creating this form, you can directly see the journal entry. So you don't have to be confused about the journal entries anymore. Yeah, the recording process. You can see here, it's automatically created for you, the entries. It's the biological assets because we buy the productive biological assets. I have set the dairy cows as the productive biological assets before, and then it will credit trade payable, yeah, as our liabilities. Okay, when we have paid this invoice, when it has been due, yeah, we can do these actions, send payment. Okay, just okay, if you don't have any additional information, you just can click the create purchase payment. Okay, it's really simple. You just have to do some clicks. For example, if you want to make memo, you just add here. Okay, example. Okay, but normally you don't have to do anything. You just click send payment and create purchase payment. Then the invoice is paid. Yeah, successfully purchased. The status is paid. Okay. As simple as that. You just have to click on some button, fill on some forms, then your financial statement, your journal entries is already being created automatically. Okay, this is some example of purchase. You can see here there are paid purchase transaction and there are overdue purchase transaction. You can easily track all of your purchase transaction here. You can also have a purchase code when you want to make a quotation for purchase transaction or make purchase order to supplier, and you can record the receiving items of the purchase you made here in purchase delivery. Yeah, when you directly purchase it in cash or directly get the goods on you, yeah, you can directly make the purchase invoice. Okay, is there any questions about this purchase transaction? Okay, I will go through the next transaction, maintenance. Okay, for example, Farm Asia Corporation purchased farm supplies and feed for cattle consumption with total amounted of 10 million rupiah. Yeah, so we just recorded here. Okay. Okay, I will explain a bit about this menu. So you can see here, the top of this menu list is the dashboard and reports. This is the outputs, or we can say this is the financial statement or the final information that has to be interpreted and analyzed and communicated to the stakeholders. Here, the second part, the second section is the transaction part. Yeah, you can make all the transaction entries here. It will affect the journal entries and the financial statements here. Okay, the third part is the database. Database is all the data that will be used when you make a transactions. For example, when you do purchase, you will attract the data on products and contacts. Yeah, of course, you have to mention what products that have been purchased and to whom you purchase the item, which suppliers, okay, with contacts. And then asset management, this is for fixed assets data, or you can call it fixed asset registers. And then chart of account is the list of account that will be used on the financial statement here. Okay, the last section is the other settings. Yeah, I will not explain too much here. This is the settings you have to do before you go live on Journal. You use Journal and implement it to your business. There are some settings you have to do here, but I will not go through here. I will just go through the section 1, 2, and 3. Okay, to record the expense, the maintenance expense, you can go to the shortcut here, expense, or go to the menu expenses here to see the list of expenses. Yesterday, I have made this transaction, for example, yeah, salaries expense for June paid for 20 million. Okay, when you want to create expense, you can click create new expense here. Or when you use shortcut, the appearance will be just the same. Okay, expense, and then what account do you use to pay this expense? Yeah, in this it doesn't say that what account, so I can just randomly pick one. Maybe I will bank account. I want to pay the expense from bank account. And then for example, assume that the transaction date is today. Choose your expense account. Yeah, you can say that this is maintenance expense. Yeah, we have provided you with account animal maintenance expense. Okay, you can put it here. You can write here for the description. This is for supplies and feed. Okay, you can write it here, supplies and feed. The amount is 10 million. And then create the transactions. It's done. Yeah, you can see the journal entries is directly generated. Okay, and it's also automatically updated to the financial statements. Okay, simple. The next, depreciation expense. Okay, the depreciation expense. So Farm Asia Corporation record depreciation entries for all of the biological assets every month. Assume that the cattle's useful life is 6 years. Okay, so assume that the cattle that we just buy, yeah, we can see here. Yeah, this is the transaction that we just create. 55 million. Okay, we just have to record it to the fixed asset or asset management menu. Okay, we will use straight line method. And then update asset. Okay, we will continue for the other biological asset for this dairy cows we just bought. Yeah, we have to do it one by one because it will be a single biological asset that might be treated a difference. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then you will have 5 active assets here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I cannot give the simulation of this depreciation because there is a further setting behind this. But in the real practice, you just have to click one button here. You can just implement the depreciation here, and it will be automatically generated the journal depreciation expense journal entries for you every end of month. Okay, you just go to asset management and click the depreciation implementation button here. Okay, it's for the depreciation. And then the fourth is the harvest activity. Farm Asia Corporation was milking cows twice a day. Approximately 100 liters of cow's milk can be produced from all cows in the farm on the harvest day. We assume that the fair value of the fresh milk is 2,500 rupiah per liter. Okay, we can record it here. Yeah, we produce cow's milk, fresh milk. Yeah, fresh milk, 100 liters fresh milk, which is can be called agricultural products from the biological assets. So you just have to go to products menu, find the output. The output is fresh milk. And then for this activity, for the harvesting activity, you just have to create stock adjustment. Okay, you put here the actual quantity is 100 with fair value. Okay, the fair value is 2,500. And then create the, oh, sorry, you have to put it to opening quantity. So the account that will be used is agricultural products here. Yeah, because we are adding 2 agricultural products. And then create the adjustment. By that, our products will be added to 100 liters right now. Okay, for the fresh milk. Is there any questions until here? How to record the harvesting process? You just have to go to the products, actions, create stock adjustment, put the output and put the fair value amount here, and then choose the adjustment category to the opening quantity, so it will directly generate the accounts of agricultural products, and then create adjustment. Then your products will be added as the amount you set it before, 100 liter. Okay, we go to the next conversion. Okay, the conversion is to
I'm sorry, Miss Sally, there is a question in chat box. You want to answer it now or later?
Maybe later.
Okay.
Maybe later. I will just, okay. Okay, thank you for the questions. I will answer it later. Yeah. Okay, and then the conversion process. Conversion process, this is the process of pasteurize the fresh milk to the processed milk. 100 liters of fresh milk has been successfully converted into 90 liters of processed milk. And it involved expense amounted 100,000 rupiah. Okay, we will just record it like this. We go to the product. Okay, and then actions, create, convert product. Yeah, we produce 100 liters fresh milk like this, and then to make this 100 liters processed milk, we have to convert 90 liters of fresh milk. So we put it here, 90 liters. Okay, this is just an example, yeah. Oh, sorry. We have to convert 100 liters fresh milk to be 90 liters of processed milk. Okay, so in here, 90 liters processed milk is produced from 100 liter fresh milk. And it includes a fixed cost amounted 100,000 pasteurizations expense. Okay, we just put it the expense here. Provide the account pasteurizations expense for 100,000. Okay, the system will automatically count the cost of products for you. So the cost per unit is 3,800, etc. like this, yeah, and then submit. By making this transaction, then you already convert the agricultural products to the processed products, and you have recorded the pasteurization expense as the expenditure entries. Okay, and this transaction also directly updated your financial statements. Okay, it's the conversion process. Okay, I will go through. So you purchase the biological asset, you maintain the biological asset by feeding or buying supplies, you depreciate the biological assets, and you harvest the agricultural products from the biological assets, then convert it to the processed products, and then you sell the processed products. Okay. So Farm Asia Corporation sold all the 99 liters of processed milk at the price of 9,000 liter to National Milk Corporation. To record sales, you just have to create sales transaction here. Okay, National Milk Corporations, you sell processed milk. Okay, 99. Okay, the product is not enough. Sorry, I use this for example. I don't give the real situation. I will just put it here first. Okay, I will just add the new fresh milk, and then I will convert to processed milk, so it will give you the enough stocks. Okay, this is just example, yeah. Convert. Oh, no. Still not enough, so I will convert another one. Okay, now we have the processed milk. Yeah, we have enough processed milk to sell, then we sell it here. Just record who is the customer. Okay, and then the product is processed milk. The quantity is 99. We sell it for the price 9,000 per liter. Okay, like this, and then click create. Then your sales is directly created. The journal entries, oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. I have missed some column. Okay, the transaction has been created. The journal entry has been created. and your financial statement is also automatically updated. Okay, this is the simple action that you have to make to create sales. But you see, when you learn accounting, it will be quite complicated when you deal with sales journal. Yeah. Okay, after that, we create the expenditure. Pharmacia Corp disburse payment for employees' wages with total amount 15 million. We just record it as before, expense. Okay, I think my internet is getting slower now. Okay. Okay, we'll discuss it later, yeah, the expense. And then for the last is the reproductions. So one of the cows gave birth to a calf. Farm Asia Corporation appraised the value of the biological assets amounted 8.5 million. Okay. We will first record the expense here, 15 million for the salary. Okay, just choose the salary. Okay, I will just create a new account where it just expands. Okay, and this will be the operational expense. Yeah, I put amount here. Then create. Done. Okay, for the last dairy production, we can just use the dairy cows. Okay, this dairy cows actions. Sorry. Okay, for the last, yeah, this biological assets, I have to make a new product named non-productive dairy cow. Yeah, and then this track create. Okay, and then I will just create stock adjustment. Yeah, give birth to one, yeah, calf for 8.5 million. Okay, then we have recorded the stock adjustment or the biological transformation for the new calf. Now we have non-productive dairy calf, one piece, okay? That's how we create the transaction in journal. And now I want to show you the financial statement. So you can see here, I will just discuss about these two financial reports, balance sheet and profit and loss, okay? In balance sheet, you can see the financial position of the company, including the assets, liabilities, and equities of the company. Okay, sorry. We continue to this balance sheet. Yeah, profit or loss first. Okay. And profit or loss, you can see the net income here. all the revenues, yeah, deducted with the cost of sales and other expense, resulting in your net income. So your net income is this, yeah, 200 millions, yeah. So when you want to see whether your company is experiencing profit or loss, you can find it on profit or loss statement or income statement. Okay, and on the balance sheet here, you will see the numbers of your assets, total assets, and liabilities and equity. The total has to be the same, yeah. 717, 717. It has to be the same. This is the financial positions of your business. Okay. I think the time is getting, yeah, only 2 minutes more. Okay, I will go to this question on the chat box first. Okay. Questions from Farah Nabila. Okay, what if there is some error in the journal and not balancing when we use the accounting software, and while we check again in the manual transaction, it's matching but the asset and liabilities equities in the statement of financial position is not balanced? How should we resolve that problem? Thank you, Miss. Thank you for your questions, Farah. So when you use software, it's impossible to get the trial balance, not balance. Okay, when you use software, the number of assets is absolutely will be the same or equal to the liability or equity. When you found the difference between that, it must be bugs on the software, then you have to contact the support team about that. But when you talk about the manual system processing of accounting that resulting an unbalanced on the asset and liabilities equities, then you have to track your records. You have to see your journal entries. The only way to track your records whether when is the unbalanced records is occur is to track to the journal entries. Okay, so you have to see the chronology of your journal entries to see where is the problem, from when is the transaction become unbalanced, like that. Okay, I hope it answered your question, Farah. And then go through the next questions from Rafi. Okay. Oh, Rafi is a business owner. Okay, already used the accounting software named Makari, and it's make my employee get easier while they work. And for me, I can see the real-time report of my business. The things that I want to ask is what can journal give to the users, the more advantage from journals. Okay. Mocha POS is also one of the POS applications that can be integrated to journal. Actually, Mocha POS is only the cashier tools, the cashier application. You can get the report, real-time report for your business, but it's not the financial statements. Okay, you maybe will just get the sales report, your recap of your products, and etc. But when you talking about the financial statement, which is the balance sheet, the income statement, and etc., you have to use an accounting software. When you use Mocha POS, then you can use Journal as your accounting software because it can be integrated. Yeah, we have two collaborations, yeah, with Mocha POS to do integration on our software using API. Okay, I hope it answered your questions too, Rafi. Move to another questions. Okay, from Vio Chika Ferawati. Okay. In case I discontinue the service of Journal by Makari because my company already has its own software, how would I get my data and also my files back, or how to back up and restore my company file? Nice questions. Thank you, Vio. So when you want to stop using Journal, don't worry, your data will be stored securely in Journal. I don't know for how long the time, but it must be in years, yeah, very long time. But if you are worried that your data will be erased one day, you can just export the data. So all the data in journal can be exported in three formats, in CSV, Excel, and also PDF. To back up your data, you just have to export it. It's just a simple click. Sorry, is my voice is still?
Yes, it's still clear, Miss.
Oh, yeah, clear. Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, I will give you some example. You can export all the financial statement like this. Okay, export to Excel. Then you will get the Excel file of this report. Also from your sales list, yeah.
Miss Sally. I think she lost her connection. She's out from Zoom.
Hello, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this bad connection.
Okay.
Is okay. I'm here. Yeah. Okay. I will share my screen again. Okay. For the next questions. Okay. Devana. Can a business go bankrupt without good accounting, even though the business is big and or profitable? Of course. Of course. Um, actually, a business can bankrupt with many factors. Yeah, not only because it is profitable, then it can be ensured that it will be going concern for a very long time. There's many factors to make a business bankrupt. You can analyze from the account. Okay, many accounts can cause a business bankrupt. For example, it's not about the profit of not about the revenue only, it's also about the expense. When you don't have a good accounting, you cannot maintain, you cannot track, you cannot control your expense. When it finally becomes uncontrollable, then your business is easily go bankrupt because for example, like maintenance expense, you don't have enough record about the maintenance expense, then someday it becomes very big and uncontrollable, then your business has to pay a lot of maintenance fee. Or when you don't have accounting, it will be very easy to make fraud to your business, especially from your employee. Yeah, without a good accounting, you cannot control your financial management and your cash flow data for your company. Then it will be easily to be misappropriation on use from your employee. Then you will get bankrupt because of the corruption or fraud. Okay. Of course, without a good accounting, you can also make a wrong decisions. For example, you make a wrong decisions on your investment. You invest on the wrong company, on the wrong asset, on the wrong machine, on the wrong products, for example. Yeah, or maybe you make a wrong decision to pay the tax. Okay, you think that your record is already correct and you pay the tax with the amount that you think it's correct, but one day the tax government comes to you and asks you to pay a lot of penalty and fee and etc., then it will also cause a bankruptcy to your business. So accounting is really needed to every business. Okay, for small business, maybe it's not really necessary, but to grow your business, you have to make better decisions. You have to make innovations to your decisions. To make a good decisions, you have to do accounting process. Okay. I hope it answer your questions. And then the next questions from Yusuf Pratama. Is the result of the financial statement accurate, or there's possibility that they're wrong? It's impossible to get the financial statement inaccurate, except there's a mistake on your input. Okay, so when somebody asks me whether this software is already compliant to the accounting standards or not, I can only say that this software is just a tools. The brain is on the admin or on the accountant or on the business owners who input the transactions. Okay, the software is just the tools that process your information, your data, your input data. So when you input the right data, the software will process it to be the correct financial statements and vice versa. So it's impossible to get the financial statement wrong, except you input the wrong transaction to the software, like that. Okay. Even if you find that there is wrong calculation, it must be bugs, then contact the support. But for Journal is the pioneer of online accounting software in Indonesia. And in Indonesia, this is the leading software that you can be used and can be trusted. Okay. Go to I think this is oh no, still 2 questions. Yeah. Okay. What if there are unexpected market or price changes? Can accounting software solve that, or need the accountant to analyze the changes? Okay, nice questions. Actually, in agricultural accounting, the changes on market value or fair value is the biggest issues. Okay, I don't explain it in the slide before because it's a little bit complicated and it will take too much time to be explained. So whether journal can solve that or not, yes, it can, because I have found the method to record the changes in market value. But if you ask how much is okay, your question is, need the accountant to analyze the changes with the big data? No, because when you talk about the financial statements, the software is enough. But when you want to decide how much is the changes, how to treat the changes of the market value, whether it's increase or decrease, it has to be done by the appraisal, by an appraisal and also an accountant. Appraisal is used to appraise the value of your biological assets, while accountants needs to decide what treatment needs to be done. For example, when the market value is decreased, what you have to recognize, what you have to record, is it impairment or depreciation or what? Okay, it's what accountant do. Yeah, it's what the accounting standards do. Or when it's increase in market value, then the accountant have to decide whether it is revalued of assets or what, or you have to do just the stock of NAM, or you have to really revalue the assets with what method, FIFO or what, like that. So you have two professionals on this case. You have to have the appraisal and you have to have the accountant to treat the transaction, yeah, the unexpected changes on market value. Okay, but it's no worry for the software. It can always record your data as long as you know how to input it to the system. Okay, I think this is the last questions from Putri Saleha. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I have some questions in the early slide. There are applications that Makari has. One of them is journal. and the journal become the #1 on accounting software. Okay, what is the best strategy that Makari done? And have you ever experienced something hard as long as Makari developed, especially in accounting fields such as maintenance or improvement? Okay, nice questions. The only questions asking about Makari internal process, yeah. So, of course, Makari, since the beginning until now, has experienced a lot of obstacle, of course, yeah. Maintenance improvements, even bugs have ever been experienced by our users, but we keep improving on that. So, finally, at the end, we can ensure that our customers can use journal without worry, because we have solved all of that issue of maintenance improvements and bugs and etc. And what is our best strategy? Keep innovating is the keywords. Yeah, it's the keywords to keep growing, to keep existing, to keep being the lead in the market. Okay, keep innovating. How do we innovate? We innovate from the insight that we gather from all of our users and customers and partners and etc. We gather all the insight from them, what features that needed, what the trend that we have to follow and etc. So journal is continually being updated every day, every week, every month. There must be a new feature. Journal is a cloud-based accounting software that it enables the engineer to do innovation or updates all the time. So when there are updates on the features, on the new menu, on the new innovation tools or application or integration or etc. in journal, every user will get that innovation too. Yeah, we'll get that new features too. That's what we do to maintain our rating as the #1 online accounting software in Indonesia. Yeah, through the innovation. Okay, I hope it answered your question, Putri. And I think this is the last questions. Any other students want to give questions? Okay, I think it's also the end of our class sessions. It's already more than 12. Okay, the last, I really hope to have some feedback, and I hope you don't mind to do the post test after this. Yeah, I hope all of you do this, because at the end of the form, you can see the column for the feedbacks. I really need your feedbacks for my improvement. Yeah, no matter how much the score you got, it's not necessary. It's just for you to measure your understanding on today's materials. Okay. Okay, and then for the last also, please receive my apology for any mistake I might have made today. I hope what I'm sharing can be useful for your life and your career in the future. Thank you, everyone. I give it back to Ms. Asti.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Sally, for the presentation. The material is very interesting. For your information, Miss Sally, we have a final project. Maybe the material that you give today can give the student, the participant, insight for their final project. They have a case study to improve the farmers' competency. Maybe they will introduce the journal ID to their farmers' case study.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, maybe before we end the session, we will have a photo. The committee will help to. Mr. Gary, can you help to get the photo?
Okay, Miss Asti, sorry. Okay, maybe you can
Maybe Miss Sally
remove
can stop
the spotlight.
share screen. Thank you, Miss Sally.
Okay.
Student, okay, open the camera.
Okay, we have 3 slides here. Okay, give your best smile. Okay, for the first slide. 1, 2, 3. Okay. For next slide, second slide. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and for the last slide, okay, there's no one who opened the camera. Okay, but I will screenshot that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr.
Okay,
Asti.
thank you, Mr. Derry. Thank you so much, Miss Sally, once again for your sharing season today. And also, I want to thank to accounting lecturer who's still in here to join with us. Have a nice day, stay healthy, and keep spirit. And we will have industrial management class in 1 p.m. Yeah, so you have a break around 40 minutes. Okay, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, everyone. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Miss Sally and Mrs.
Thank
Steve.
you.
Thank you, Miss
Thank you, Miss
Sally.
Sally.
Thank you.
Miss Sally.
Saya end meeting for all ya.